Look around any classic car show from coast to coast, and you'll see some of the finest American iron to ever roll off a Detroit assembly line. Beautiful paint, high compression, big blocks, muscle cars built back when steel was real. But beneath that gorgeous polished sheet metal, there's a hidden war zone. A war zone where cheap, unbranded, or poorly engineered aftermarket suspension parts are fighting against the physics of a 4,000-pound street beast. Gentlemen, we've all heard the saying, they don't make them like they used to. Well, when it comes to some of these budget aftermarket suspension brands flooded all over the internet today, thank God they don't, because what some of these companies are selling isn't an upgrade. It's a death wish on wheels. Today, we are stripping away the shiny powder coating and exposing the truth. We're naming the 5 aftermarket suspension brands and bargain basement traps that mechanics and veteran gearheads consider absolute accident magnets. If you've got one of these under your classic ride right now, you might be sitting on a ticking time bomb. Before we drop the jack and dive into the grease, do your fellow gearheads a solid. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and join the family. This channel is the heartbeat of the classic car community, and we're dedicated to keeping these legendary machines and the men who drive them safe on the asphalt. Drop a comment below right now and let me know, what classic muscle are you running in your garage? I read every single one. Now, let's get down to business. First up on our hit list isn't just one name. It's a whole breed of catastrophic garbage. We're talking about the unbranded, no-name tubular control arm kits and suspension bundles littering eBay and Amazon. They lure you in with beautiful chrome or bright red powder coating and a price tag that looks like a typo. You think you're getting a complete pro touring front-end upgrade for $300. But here is what the listing won't tell you. These parts are churned out in overseas sweatshops using recycled pot metal and structural tubing thin enough to drink a milkshake through. The welds look like a bird flew over the metal and did its business. They lack penetration. When you drop a heavy iron-headed 454 or a 440 six-pack over a front suspension made of that garbage, you're playing Russian roulette. Hit one nasty pothole at 60 miles an hour, and those welds won't bend, they snap. Your wheel tucks into the fender, your steering goes completely dead, and suddenly you're a passenger in a 4,000-pound unguided missile heading straight for the ditch. Mechanics see these rolled into the shop, constantly on the back of a flatbed. Don't fall for the cheap paint, fellas. If there isn't a trusted legacy American name stamped on that metal, keep it off your car. Number 2 on our list is a brand that has been around the block, but among seasoned mechanics who value handling and safety, it's highly controversial. We're talking about Rough Country. Now, to be fair, they've carved out a massive empire in the budget truck and muscle car lift market. But there's a massive trade-off for that low price tag. Rough Country is notorious in the mechanic community for being brutally, unforgivingly stiff. Their shocks and springs are often valved so poorly that your suspension loses its ability to actually suspend. Instead of absorbing the road, the car bounces violently over every single imperfection. Now, you might think a stiff ride is just uncomfortable for an old-timer's lower back. But it's worse than that. It's a safety hazard. When a suspension is too stiff, your tires lose consistent contact with the pavement on rough roads. It's called wheel hop. If you're coming around a sweeping bend at highway speeds and your rear end hits a series of bumps, a stiff, unyielding suspension will cause the rear tires to break loose and skate across the asphalt. Before you can blink, the back end is trying to pass the front end. For a classic muscle car with a lot of horsepower and no modern traction control, that is an absolute recipe for a date with a concrete barrier. Moving on to number 3, a brand that has taken the internet by storm over the last few years, especially with the younger crowd, but has trapped plenty of classic car guys too, Max Speeding Rods. They promise fully adjustable coilovers, ride height dampening, the whole 9 yards, for less than the cost of a single high-quality shock from a reputable brand. It sounds like a dream come true for a guy trying to get that perfect stance on his old cruiser. But inside those shiny aluminum bodies is a nightmare waiting to happen. The internal valving is completely inconsistent. One shock will be stiff as a board, and the one right next to it will blow its seals within 500 miles, leaking hydraulic fluid all over your brakes. The real danger here is structural failure. Mechanics have documented cases where the aluminum top hats on these budget coilovers literally shear right off under a heavy load. Imagine diving into a sharp turn, weight shifting over the front outside tire, and the shock shaft completely punches through its mount because the metal fatigued. The nose of your car drops straight onto the pavement, locking your steering completely. It's an instant loss of control. Classic American muscle cars require heavy-duty engineering, not cheap, mass-produced tuner car toys. Our fourth brand is another giant in the aftermarket space that mechanics warn about due to consistency and engineering issues. ProComp. For decades, they've been a go-to for budget-conscious builders. But here's the open secret in the automotive world. ProComp has a history of sourcing components from various overseas manufacturers and reboxing them. When you buy from a brand that operates like that, you are gambling with consistency. One batch of parts might be decent, but the next batch could have metallurgy issues or defective hardware. The biggest complaint from mechanics: premature failure of critical joints and dry rotting bushings. When a track bar bushing or a control arm bushing disintegrates on a heavy V8-powered Classic, it introduces massive slop into your steering geometry. On straightaways, your car will start wandering like a drunk sailor. At highway speeds, that slop can trigger a violent, uncontrollable shaking known in the truck and classic car world as the death wobble. Once that shaking starts, your steering wheel tears itself out of your hands and your braking distance triples. It is one of the most terrifying experiences you can have behind the wheel, and it all traces back to cutting corners on quality components. Finally, number 5 isn't a single brand name, but a widespread suspension industry trap that tons of classic car guys fall into every single day. Cheap, ungreasable polyurethane bushing kits. We see them everywhere. Your factory rubber bushings are 60 years old, rotted, and cracked, so you decide to replace them with stiff, indestructible polyurethane bushings. It sounds like an upgrade, right? Wrong. Unless you are building a pure, smooth-track race car and using top-tier, specially grooved, greasable polyurethane, these cheap kits are an absolute hazard on the street. Polyurethane doesn't deflect or twist like factory rubber does. If these bushings dry out, and they always do, they cause a phenomenon called suspension binding. Binding means the suspension joint literally locks up and refuses to rotate through its natural travel. When the bushing refuses to move, that immense physical energy doesn't just disappear. It gets transferred directly into your car's metal frame brackets and control arms. Over time, that constant violent stress causes the metal brackets welded to your frame to fatigue and crack. Mechanics have seen entire leaf spring mounts tear clean off the frame rail because a dry poly bushing refused to move. When a leaf spring detaches at highway speeds, your rear axle shifts completely crooked, throwing the car into an immediate, violent spin. Stick to high-quality factory rubber or premium, specialized spherical joints, gentlemen. Look, I get it. Restoring or maintaining a classic American icon is an expensive labor of love. The temptation to save a few $100 on a suspension kit so you can spend it on engine parts or paint is real. But your suspension is the only thing keeping your tires planted on the earth and your car tracking straight down the road. It is the literal foundation of your vehicle's safety. When you choose parts, don't look at the price tag first. Look at the engineering legacy. Trust names that have spent decades testing their metal on American tracks and highways. Buy from companies that use high-grade domestic steel and premium hardware. It's better to wait 6 months, save up your hard-earned dollars, and buy the right kit once, rather than risk your pride and joy, or your life, on cheap garbage. Keep those classic machines safe, keep your eyes on the road, and let's keep the heartbeat of the classic car community alive and kicking for generations to come. Thank you for watching, gentlemen. Stay safe out there on the asphalt, and I'll catch you on the next one.